I don't know what to say about this one. Hey everyone, this is Andrew from Box Productions, and welcome back to YouTube Expeditions, where we confront fear to find the truth. Now, like I said in the cold open, I don't know what to say about this one. This one is a new kind of weird, and my phone is going off for some reason. Alright, like I was saying, this one's a new kind of weird, and it's a little bit different from the way I find it, because usually I would find some of this stuff on YouTube, or it would be suggested to me through somebody who's seen my videos. This one I actually found on Twitter, and this one was probably my own fault. So, for this video, we'll be looking at the channel known as Jacob S, which is short for Jacob Sockness. He's essentially a person who's been orbiting Chris Chan's Twitter for at least a while. He comes off as a troll, but also comes off as a white knight. He often tries to defend stuff that Chris has done, and somewhat in an attempt to get his attention in the creepiest ways possible, and tries to talk about how he's Chris Chan's one true love, or something of that nature. At least at one occasion, he came to Chris's defense in something I said about them, and this started a really interesting Twitter discussion where he mentioned things about the Rocket Empire, about occultism, ufology, and he linked me some books that are largely incoherent. I'm not sure if I'll look into anything beyond these videos that I found on YouTube because of his Twitter account, because it's just I'm not sure how interesting this video will be to anybody else. I'm just making this because it just sort of it just piqued my curiosity about how weird his videos could possibly be compared to the stuff he's written on Twitter and stuff he's written in his books. Something I was able to learn about him include that he is a ufologist and an occultist. But to be honest, he has no clue what he's talking about in any of these subjects at all. So I'm really curious to see how his videos are going to play out. So I think there are about four videos on his channel, and two of them have to do with Chris Chan. One of them I'm not sure what it has to do with, and the other one has a very creepy title just called Playing with Daddy. And judging by at least one picture I was able to track down on Twitter, I think Daddy may just be I'm hoping it's not his real dad. Otherwise, this takes a very creepy turn. Alright, so without further ado, let's get to the videos. Alright, so the first video, like I said before, the first two have to do with Chris Chan. This one's just called Sexy Chris Chan 1. I don't think that's a word used to describe Chris Chan at all. Not ever, basically. Alright, I don't have anything more to say about that. Let's just get to the video before I throw up. Okay.
Stardate.
Whoa. Okay.
September 11, 2018.
Okay, why are you doing your voice like that? Why is he doing his voice like that? He's doing the exact same thing I've seen, at least in some of the Christian videos I've seen, that Christian makes his voice higher because he thinks it sounds more feminine. But this is just scary.
This is Christian Weston.
Oh, he's making fun of him, okay.
New and improved. Sexy.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sexy. Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah. New and improved.
Okay, this is one of the things that are making me think that he might be a troll rather than a white knight. I don't think the white knights would do this to make fun of him. They try to defend him, or try to like gloss over all the stuff he's done in the past. Granted, he's not the worst person ever, but he's also not the best person ever.
Very sexy now.
Yeah. Oh, okay, well.
Yeah. Very sexy.
Okay.
Very sexy. Girls are gonna love me now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not how it worked out.
Oh, I just wanted you all to know that. Yeah.
I like how he's wearing like a facsimile of the classic.
Guy has been kind of hitting on me over the last week or two. He goes by the name Ironheart.
Oh, yeah, okay, here we go.
He's kind of cute and all, yeah.
Okay, is he making fun of himself?
Thinking about him and wanting to do the dirty thing, yeah, you know, getting kind of naughty with him, yeah.
Yeah, that's not something. I don't think he'd be into you, even though Chris identifies as bisexual now. Technically, he's married. He's married to two of his characters that he created.
Yeah. I just thought I'd let you all know that I just found a new man in my life. And
yeah.
he's got a lovely pickle. Yeah.
Okay, I can see how we can see. Like I said before, he comes off more as a troll than anything at this point.
I've been thinking about him lately. He's cute, very cute. He loves that blue bear, that sexy Care Bear.
Oh right, the Care Bear costume. He sent me a picture of that too on Twitter. I'll probably put that up at the end somewhere.
Cute. Yeah.
Or probably not. It's kind of horrifying.
Well, this is Christian Weston Chandler signing out.
Okay.
Yeah, had fun today. Thinking about a man. Yeah.
Okay then. Okay. So the thing about it, so he does come off as a troll, or at least attempting to come off as a troll. Or at least attempting to come off as one. But the thing about it is the existence of his books and a lot of his internet footprint stretches stretches so far back before this all started. And I feel like he's somebody who's just as weird as Chris is, but it's trying to make it look like he's not as weird as him at all somehow. But that's what it's coming off as to me, because because it doesn't really make sense at all. Well, like some of the stuff he's doing, because in this video he actively makes fun of Chris and tries to say, oh yeah, he's into Ironheart now, and he likes his blue Care Bear costume. But that's but I don't. But yeah, it comes off like he's just trolling Chris and trying to but then also trolling himself somehow, or at least unaware, or at least he's doing the latter unaware. Alright, we're moving on to the next video, and that video is called Chris Chan is my heart sweet. We gotta sit through 3 minutes of this next video, and you wanna know something? I'm gonna be view number 666 because of this.
I have a song just for you, Christine Weston Chandler.
Oh, okay.
This is just for you.
Ugh! Okay. What? Dude, close your shirt, please. Please close your shirt. I apologize to my audience if how much of it is left after that first video. I did not expect this. Oh, okay. I just realized something. I might have to mute if I haven't done it already. I have to mute this video now because I don't want to get striked for it. Okay, in case I have muted this, he can't sing. I mean, it comes off like he's making a serious attempt at singing because it looks like he's looking at the lyrics on something while doing this. But the first video makes it come off as he's making fun of him. But this one kind of does too, but it comes off like he's being sincere at the same time. It's ridiculously hard to nail down at what he's trying to do. And I think there's a good chance he's doing all this for attention. Basically trying to say, oh yeah, Chris Chan is weird, but look at me, I'm into Chris Chan, and I'm even weirder. I think that's where this is going at this point. Or he could just be very, very genuine. If his books and other stuff on Twitter, if it can go off that, he seems to genuinely believe some of the stuff he says, in some cases, considering a lot of that predates his interactions with Chris Chan. I really want to skip through this because I don't want to sit through this guy singing, but I want to make sure I really want to make sure if anything comes up. But honestly, some of the stuff he says to Chris or about Chris is is really creepy. Like saying he wants to do a blood ritual to bind them together. That's something that came up yesterday. This video is only 3 minutes long, but it feels like it's been here for like 10 minutes. Finally, this thing's over.
I am so in love with you and your beauty.
Okay. You didn't need to tell... Well, that just made me creeped out the way you said that. Alright, so... I probably had to skip through the majority of that video because there's probably going to be no audio in it now because I had to take it out. But it was just him singing a song while pretending to dance with Chris Chan. And... oh my gosh, is it just creepy the way this whole video played out. Oh, and he talks about how he's in love with Chris now. And he did a video before where he was talking about Chris being in love with him, but Chris doesn't really even interact with him on Twitter at all. Alright. Continuing with this insanity. We're leaving, I think that's the last Chris Chan video. We're moving on to one called Number One Crush by Garbage. It's 6 minutes long, and I apologize to everybody for this. For everything I'm doing. Please do not unsubscribe from my channel.
About me. There's a good
are you naked?
Naked. Not just because it's hot in this fucking hellhole house of mine.
Turn on the air conditioner then. Why would you need to do a video naked?
I want you to touch me. Well, I've got a little bit of a heartbreak song for you.
You didn't need to put that image in my head, man. You didn't need to.
I'm probably the little blood-sucking devil you thought I was. Well, let's see what this song says about me.
You know, one of the reasons why I think he's doing this for attention, to make himself seem as weirder than Chris, is because he's actually latching onto Chris to try and gain some of his fame, and then trying to draw more attention to himself this way, because why is he making these videos and uploading them to YouTube? I mean, there's a good chance Chris probably won't see them. Like, why not just put the videos on Twitter and then just send it to him? Or why not make these like unlisted or private and then just send it to him that way, or send it to him that way or something like that? Why make these videos public? Oh, okay. Well, okay. I want to apologize in advance to all of my viewers who are under 18. You do not deserve this treatment. And now I gotta mute this video because he keeps doing these karaoke stuff. Ugh, you don't need to do that. Ugh. Whoa. Okay. Well, no need to do that. I'm crying already. Honestly. Oh, I don't know why I made this decision to look at these videos. I figured, hey, it's not as weird as anything I've done before. How does this guy outdo things like dining room where there's nothing, or indigestion? How does this guy outdo like that? How does that happen? Oh my gosh. Oh. The thing is, he all of his mannerisms remind me of the Bjork stalker. Like, he reminds me of that guy. Everything about him makes me think, just reminds me of him. And it makes me think this is gonna go in a very dark direction sooner or later. Yeah, I don't think Chris is pure and true. What? Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Does he have tan lines? Does he have tan lines right here? Like, that just makes it a little bit, not even a little bit, this makes it even creepier. Is he like sunburned? Or is he like wearing like a bra or something? Oh, jeez! Why are you gonna laugh like... Oh yeah, I muted it, so you didn't hear the horrifying cackle that was. Alright. He said he wanted to twist a knife and bleed his aching heart. That comes up... That sounds like a lot like the blood ritual thing he was talking about on Twitter yesterday. I'm honestly at a loss for words about what I'm seeing here. I don't know what to say about it. It's just... That's all I can say. It's just... I don't have any words to how to describe it. It's kind of disgusting, I guess. This is the weirdest... One of the weirdest things I've seen, and it doesn't involve anything supernatural. It doesn't involve any curses. It doesn't involve anything symbolic. This is just pure weird. Like pure distilled weirdness and creepiness. Maybe I should have saved this one for Halloween or something. If he's serious, though, I hope he doesn't do anything. Okay. How much of this is left? Oh, there's still like 2 minutes. It feels like I've been here for half an hour. How? Alright. Alright, finally got through that song. Okay, so... Here we are, finally, where I don't have to mute this out, at least.
That little vampire is gonna drain every last drop.
Okay. Okay then. I'm not sure if that could count. That might count as a threat to murder. Although I'm not sure how harmless or harmful this guy actually is. It's hard to nail down what he's attempting to do with this. He comes off as a troll. He is coming off more like a troll than as a white knight at this point. Like but I don't understand what the true goal here is. Chris already wants nothing to do with him, and he's still doing this. Like I said before, it comes off like he's trying to come off as trying to mooch off of Chris's infamy and trying to push it toward himself, because I think he wants it so he can probably monetize it himself or something like that. I don't really know. I mean, I can't make any guesses with this because it's so hard to nail down.
You drive me crazy, Christine. Westing Chandler.
Yeah. I don't think it's her driving you crazy. You were probably crazy before this all happened.
You probably should start running to Europe now.
Okay. You know, I think the police probably would not classify that as a credible threat, and that's not a good thing, because I don't know if he has the means to get to Ruckersville, and that's actually kind of disturbing. So I am gonna move on to the next video, I guess. I mean, I'm not sure if I want to now. Alright, so last video was uploaded 2 days ago. And it's called Playing with Daddy. And there was a very interesting image I found on Twitter of Jacob lying in bed with this other guy, some other guy's hands that look way older than him around him. And Jacob was naked. I am a little bit disturbed as to what this video will entail, and again, I apologize to everybody for me doing this to them. Alright, here we go. I can't believe I postponed Candle Cove for this. Okay, so where are we? This is just the rest of his... okay. So I think this guy's like, I'm not sure, but I think Jacob is like 30 or 40 years old. I think he's around the same age as Chris. But he lives in pretty much the same situation, I guess. Okay. How are you gonna play? Oh, wait.
Ooh, honey.
Well, honey. Oh, okay. Well, that was vaguely creepy. Wait, is he kissing him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, then. Well, whatever. Hopefully that's not his real dad. Otherwise, otherwise things are getting even creepier. All right. I'm not sure where any of this is going. I don't know why I said, hey, I got an idea. I'm just gonna postpone Crystal Cove till next week, and then I'm just gonna do this. I don't know what was going through my head that caused me to make that decision. So I did look into the tags before, and it says Sugar Daddy and Boys and Dads. So I'm assuming, hopefully, this is not his real father. Otherwise, it takes on a very weird turn. But looking at some of the stuff, because some of the stuff he said on the internet before, he does seem to believe a lot of the stuff he says, like involving the Rocket Empire and occultism and all that. What some of the stuff he's doing at Chris Chan comes off as troll attempts, because like pretending to be him on camera and then saying he loves Ironheart. It's like it's reminiscent of like Liquid Chris. And some of the other stuff he does doesn't come off as anything new or innovative in terms of well, I guess trolling Chris, but it does come off like it doesn't come off like he's genuinely in love with Chris, like a lot of people have been trying to say that he is, but it comes off more like he's probably trying to troll him. Like he is trying to prove that he's not as weird as Chris or something. But because if he really wanted these videos to get to Chris, he could have just recorded them and left them unlisted so that other people couldn't find them, and then just send them to Chris through Twitter or something, Twitter or Facebook. Instead, he has them public, and he didn't even. And the only one I was able to find on Twitter itself was the only one I was able to find on Twitter itself was the Playing with Daddy one, and that's what led me to his channel. So I don't know how to nail this down. Like, he could genuinely be somebody in love with Chris who doesn't know how to express it, or he could just be a troll, which is where I'm leaning more toward. But apparently nobody else has been able to nail down what this guy's motives are. And it was just really unusual and just plain creepy about some of the stuff he said on Twitter. Like how he says that he's the God Bear and other stuff, which is again something related to Chris, and everything else that he says about aliens coming down or about starting religions and other stuff. He says a lot of this stuff, so I'm not sure if I'm not sure if he's genuine or trying to troll anybody, because he doesn't come off as very competent at it. And like I said before, his internet footprint stretches further back than any of this. So I don't know what else to do with this. I'm not going to read any of his books because they delve too far into things I don't want to go into. So with that, I'm going to end this video here. So be sure to check out my other videos, like Pricebox Expressions videos, as well as channels for Pricebox Gaming and Pricebox Reacts. Thanks for watching. and stay jamming, everyone.